God damn these updates. Alright. There we go. Okay. Audio's on. Hey, computer, how would you like to actually show the thing, the screen? The last update didn't do any of this. Okay. Okay, video cap. No, no. Display capture properties. Okay. Remember. There we go. No. How are you? Yeah. What a way to start for Memorial Day. All right. How are you doing? Just got done watching someone else who is streaming her time in Japan 5 years ago, going to a maid cafe, not knowing anything, and end up ordering a plate of wieners with ketchup on it and hot chocolate. It was great. But right now it's time to. Right now, we're playing Wild Arms 2. We are taking. We're at the end of Disc 1. Like, there is one last thing for us to do. Technically, two. Because I'm going to see if I can get a certain ability. And then we're on to Disc 2. Which we honestly have a better opening theme than Disc 1. Disc 1 has a great opening theme, though. I like Disc 2 better. It's no problem. Thank you for following. I welcome everybody. So long as, you're not a jerk to everybody. That's it. Alright, I've been left here. Okay. It's been like 5 days since I last streamed, thanks to work. Alright. I want to teleport. Where is my teleport orb? There it is. I want to go to Odd Headquarters. No, Island Outpost. Can't wait to get to Disc 2 and finally get my final flying vehicle. Well, a lot of things open up then. Did you deliver High Crest for me? You delivered it, right? I'm ready. Do you want to make high-level magic? Of course you want to make it, right? Okay, never mind. I guess it isn't available here. Not yet, at least. Okay. I just want high revives. Anything else? Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. I was hoping I'd be able to get her level 3 ability right by now. Oh well. Which is fine, if she doesn't have it. I mean, she's already a powerhouse. She doesn't need, the only thing she really needs is just to learn all of her abilities and then get the enhanced crests. And we're good. Alright. All the way to Valeria Chateau. Alright, they said it was near the Silhe region. Directly south. So we're looking for a big airship. If I were a big airship, where would I be? You sure it's near this region, Vinsfield? Let's see what they have to say, making sure that dot the I's, cross the T's. Find the Diablo Pillars, job of the operators. For Amy, well, that's about all she could do, I'm afraid. We're done with the Diablo Pillars. Points with high energy repeat. Yes, we already done those. Let's go, let's actually go and talk to Vinsfield. He's not here. Alright. Could have sworn all I had to do was... Did I load the right save file? System. Load. Oh, yes, yes. I definitely did that. Okay. Let's see here. Let's go down the elevator. Let's go to his room. I hate being lost. That's even after I took the time to round off everybody's levels to 34, just so that they don't get they don't get hit with instant death, which would be the worst at this late in the game. Okay, nobody's there. How about in here? There we go. We'll use that pathetic map scope, eh? We'll use lost technology to spice up a bit for you, out of pity for you. Don't look so skeptical, leave everything to us. You'll see how Gilgal's technology can't even hold a candle to ours. I didn't even know this was a thing. There, all done. How's that for a nicer power-up? Say it looks the same? Huh, amateur. Now you can view the map and transport by projecting the image onto your retina. Nice. If Odessa still has an ounce of reason, it's the victor. It would never attempt tactical use of nuclear weapons. However, if Odessa and Vinsfield are desperate enough to try something that insane, then the coming threat would mean full guy's destruction. Okay. Thank you for absolutely nothing. Oh my god, I gotta go land. I have to go land just to talk to them. Just to figure out where I'm supposed to be headed. It's fine. It's the meeting room. And this is where I just get completely lost. Alright, back. Not to the elevator. Not to the elevator. You're like, yeah, all we gotta do is find the Heimdallgazel. Let's do it. Alright. Anyways. We've already gotten through all the Diablo pillars. Where would you be? You can't miss it either. It's like a big golden, it's a big golden airship. Alright, where's the Bhaskar, point? Here we are. Get off. All Diablo pillars down. The home gods still hovering south of Silly. Okay. South. So you're around here somewhere. Okay. Goody goody. Alright, let's try over here. Oh, we'll definitely be over here later. There we go. Allows us to keep an eye on where we are. Saying it's hovering south of Silhay, and I am not seeing it. It's not just a, There you are! Here we go. We'll settle our battle with Odessa right here and now. But more importantly, every one of us has to return here safely. Lilica, Brad, Tim, Kanan. The 5 of us are good only when all 5 of us are together. We can keep fighting against Odessa because of the 5 of us. So when we destroy Odessa, it'll be all 5 of us together. If anyone is missing, then I'm sure we'd feel the loss. We won't overdo it. If we need to, we can always return to the Valeria Chateau from here. Okay, everyone, let's go. Take it the final fight. That looks like something I can interact with, but apparently not. Here we go. And now taking the fight to Vinsfield himself. He's got no more leaders, it's just him. Alright, Odessa Man 3. And I've already got Tim all of his abilities. Only thing that's left is to get Kanan her abilities, so we're just going to be spamming Drive Cut until we learn Phalanx. I don't care about the final ability, but I would like to have Phalanx. I would like to have her level 3 ability. So much for that. Alright, do I have anything that could cure sleep? Not really. Alright, fine. Ashley's just gonna have to go out there and attack. Gonna have to make Kanan immune to sleep, aren't I? Alright, there we go. Kanan's awake. Let's not waste any real turns here. Not bad. He's just gonna have to heal next on the first turn while she attacks. Alright, let's see what I want. Increases luck by 1 level. She needs that. She needs higher luck. Alright, so the way this works, you can only go through blue doors. Red doors are no-go. Now green's the other one that's locked. Look at that. Darn, I was hoping... Okay, yeah. We're gonna be moving around just to make sure that, Oh, goody. A maze. A dark maze! Even better. Okay. We just gotta make sure that we get that green door affixed here. Alright, let's see what we got. More dust. Heal up. Well, that doesn't help. Oh my god, actually hit Kanan, please. What a waste of a turn. Now I gotta waste another turn doing this. Thank you. Man, they really hate Tim. That's gonna hurt. Alright. No one got affected by it, so we're lucky on that front. Remember, the ability I'm trying to learn is a 1 in 48 chance. I have just over, and I mean just over a 2% chance to learning this thing every time I use it. I am swinging for the fences here. And praying I get this. Up. I see something. There we go. There we go. Switch to blue. Locked is blue, open is red and green. Alright, we can continue on. There we go. We're done with this area. Anything else? No chests I need to worry about? Nah. It's just running around and... Alright, Kanan, can you do me a favor? Can you at least learn this ability? Won't ask you for another favor. I won't. I'm not even going to care if you don't learn the other one. Ever. You only got 2 abilities you need to learn. And I only want one of them. All of them really want Tim dead. I mean, I don't blame him. He is the healer out of the group. Okay, I'm about to say, I'm sorry. Did they get separated in different groups? Uh, yeah, if she's put to sleep, I'm just gonna finish the fight. There's no need to prolong that. Ooh, Ashley's about to level up. So is Tim and Lilica. Nice! There we go. Done with this one. Alright. Lots of teleporters. Alright, let's go with this one. Okay, this takes me here. That took me back. Okay, that was useless. Okay, up here. Any special one I want to go to? Let's go for this one. Okay, that took me all the way back. Okay, let's not do that. Left. Okay, so... do I want that one or that one? Or that one? Let's go to this one. Left. Okay. That could have been worse. So, let's go right then. Hey, hey! Switch to green. Lock green, open red and blue. Okay, I think I needed to do that. So now I need to get up there, I think. Thank you. I don't know why Tim's like a magnet for most of these attacks. No idea. It's just a kid, man. Should be shooting kids. Okay, regular poison is actually not that bad. I can actually cure that really easily. If it was that dire poison, oh my god, that would suck right now. Come on. All alone there, buddy. Sucks, I know. What seems to be like an invasion of your home base is just a training mission for me. Okay, I understand how this goes. I'm gonna want this one. There we go. I should have realized it sooner. And that would take me back to the entrance if I need to. we go. Let's see what we got. So quiet. Alright, we're done with you, Vinsfield. So you've come this far. You're trying to cut into Odessa's ideas. So you're Odessa's leader, Vinsfield. Vinsfield, this is as far as your treachery goes. We are going to put a stop to your foolish ambitions. I promised him and Ptolemy that I'd stop you before you run wild. I'm going to stop you for the Liberation Army you betrayed as well. Don't make me mad. Someone as deluded as you are going to stop me? Don't make me laugh. If you are a hero, you can't stop me. Besides, I have my own personal grudge against you all. How dare you kill my Antenora? I'll never forgive you. Your death won't be quick. Come on! Our ideals aren't so simple that the likes of you could put a stop to it. You won't leave here alive. My sword, Mad Mountains, will take care of you. Consider it an honor to get slaughtered by Odessa's leader. Here we go. Leader of Odessa, Vinsfield. Ideas, values, consciousness, and power. Put all that together and people will get stronger. That's progress for the future. Odessa will guide Fulgaia to the next era. We are pioneers. Are you telling me to be prepared to let the stupid, ignorant masses get in my way? Definitely not. We, with the wolf fangs, will be the ones to open the way to the next era. Ideals won't yield. They'll never die. Yeah, get ready for this guy. This guy can put the hurt on, if you let him. Do I even have a lucky card to use? Or, even then, would I even want to? Would I even want to use it? I don't have any. That's okay. So, Vinsfield can be pretty deadly when he uses his abilities. This ability, I do believe, has a chance of inflicting instant death. But I made my guys immune to it. I maxed out the resistance to it, so they should not be instant gibbed. But Tim is going to be on permanent healing duty at this point, so... So, it's going to be drive cut, and then... I don't know. I'll use some of my other cartridges until I get ready for access. Because I do believe Incur My Wrath was his strongest ability. So, as long as he doesn't spam that the entire time, I'll be able to out-heal him. Especially if he does regular attacks. Kanan, I need you to learn this ability, please. Yeah, using this every turn, every other turn, you won't stand a chance. Surprised if I'm actually hitting as much as I am with my shot weapons. That's actually really good accuracy. Makes up for the first boss. Here we go. Keep up the healing. He doesn't stand a chance. This is like my favorite trio to use anyways, so... He does not have a prayer. Here we go, 40 Hypnoblast. How much you doing with this? Not even close to what Kana can do. I'm also letting the song play out. That's why I haven't gone into access yet. Oh, you're gonna pay for that. Since no one really needs to be healed, Tim's going to actually attack. Okay, Tim's going to definitely heal after this. Like, that's almost nothing. Like, Vinsfield, you know, he gets built up as being the big bad, but he's not much. Of course, we're just talking about this fight. God forbid you fight him later on in the game. Oh, does he bring it? One more dead or alive. Nope, still not learning it. So you could have been spamming this the entire time, and in like 5 turns I would have had to use like a heal berry or something to counteract the difference in damage. Bolt action. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty of my ammo here. Alright. This is where things are getting dangerous. It's the 3rd turn in a row we spammed it. Alright. Miss. Which I'm honestly fine with. Now it's finally time. Bye, song. You were great while it lasted. Damn. Ashley's pretty slow and he's not, Yeah, Ashley really needs some speed, man. Well, he outspeeds him now. Okay. Alright, let's see how much Incur My Wrath will do. Still not the best in cutting damage. Alright, he's done. I won't accept that ideas will die like this. Uh-oh. Remember, he still has a nuke. And I was hoping he'd actually not use it, but, you know, he's insane. You fools! At this rate, you'll be grading your human limitations. To resist the monsters, everyone's power has to be united as one. That's the best way to take on the menace that'll be coming this way. Monsters? Ridiculous! It was Odessa that manipulated the monsters and made them float from Earth. That's true, we use the monsters as soldiers. We use them in the demon summoning you're well acquainted with. But think about it, how could we release so many monsters in such a short time? What's the point in creating monsters we can't control without some plan? Then it's not us, it's an advanced guard of some different threat. The advanced guard of a different threat. What? I will fall along with my ideals, and you too can fall with Heimdallgazel. The power reactor is overloaded. At this rate, what's going to happen? We'll be crushed to smithereens, and we will be too. But you won't let them do that, right, Ashley? Of course. An area of fortress large enough to have escape pods. Let's find them. And for no particular reason, Ashley's getting fully healed. Looks like we need to use the control panel here to operate the escape devices. All 5 escape devices are in different locations. That means it's possible for us to all escape at once. To get so far and then have this happen, we got some bad luck. What are we going to do? I'll take care of this. Hurry up and get to the escape devices. Hurry, we got no time. Won't leave until you promise us to get out of here alive too. Sure, I promise. Not gonna just die in vain, not right before your very eyes. Promise, Ashley. We all promised to return together, so you gotta keep your promise. Everyone set? No problem here. All okay. Don't forget your promise. Don't worry. Ashley, prepare it for launch too. There isn't much time. No problem here. The rest is up to you. Prepare for launch. Face forward. I'll get out soon too. See you all on land. So now I get to control everybody individually. He can't do anything. She can. Any difference between blue and red right now? Yeah, that's just for healing. Don't really need that. Okay, anybody else? What do you need? Red, you can't do anything. You can't do anything. Gotcha. Alright, red is done. Go. She's done for now. Oh, Red can't do anything. Alright, how you doing, Tim? Alright, let's see what we got here. Oh. About? No. I guess that's for a different area. That's for a different puzzle. Okay, so... Okay, that's blue. Blue's out. Green is still in. Okay, let's see what we got over here. Done. There we go. Well, it goes okay. Alright, Tim is fine. Shh. Don't mind me just going back. It's been a while since I did all this. Blue's dead for now. Okay, that's one. Cannon. Finally get to use you. You and Brad are going to be helping each other. Looks like Brad's stuck there for a minute. Okay, just had to run across. We're fine on that. I'm not going to be able to do anything with that one. There we go. There we go. There we go. Alright. So, which way for you to go? You can't go that way anymore. Over here to blue. Okay, let's see here. We go on that front. I see. Just let me reset that puzzle. Okay, never mind. I'll just go the long way around, because it is annoying trying to get it pulled this way. Thank God there are no encounters here. Can you imagine having to do this solo with encounters? There we go. There's that. Alright, Brad. Let's finally move you again. Okay. That lowers that down there, but what does this do? That lowers that. Okay. That's what I need to do. Hey, Tim. Need you to do me just one little favor. That, and switch to Tim. It's nice that everybody's working together to get the hell out of here. Alright, before I switch this, just make sure everybody is through the places that they need to be. Okay, she's where she needs to be. How about you, Lilica? Yeah, it's been a little while. Oh, she's stuck no matter what, so. There we go. Red doors are locked, and can everybody get out? Alright, there we go. So this is the escape pod. I wonder if everyone arrived safely. I don't know how to release the lock on the escape pod. What should I do? What can I do? I'm not giving up. I can't blow it here. Hold your heart strong. I'm going to become strong so I can protect everyone. That's right. Despair destroys all hope. That negates any possibilities for the future. Tim, you're not weak. Your persistent strength will reach the future. Alright. He's safe. Tim, I can hear the sound of your heart from the transmitter. Empathize unite in our hearts. It's alright. I'll undo the escape pod's locked now, so get in and wait, okay? I can eat. Look, if it was just lowering that thing, I'm gonna be pissed, because you could just hop over that. I understand. I'll wait in the escape pod. Please hurry. The overload running wild on the Heimlich Gaza is making it creak. Won't be long now. Soon we'll put an end to the war with Odessa. But we have no obligation to Vince. We have to survive. There's a wilderness I need to cross alive to create a future with no wars. Brad, can you hear my voice? I can hear the voice of Brad's heart from the communicator. Okay. I'm all right. I can operate the escape pod panel from here. That's right, we're not finished yet. We still got so much left to do. Empathy takes the heart. A miracle. He's a hero. It's not unusual for this to happen. I'm leaving it up to you. I'm going to bed a bit before you. Yeah, time to get you out. Finally made it, but I don't like being alone. We're always been together. We all have to be together. No, you gotta be kidding. This place is locked too? Do something. My magic alone can't do anything. Loca, calm down. Focus your ear on my voice. I'll release the escape pod now, so calm down and wait. You hear my voice, right? The voice is reaching me, so you'll be fine. Empathy? Wait, don't go looking at any place you shouldn't be, okay? Because there's so much I haven't told you yet. But thanks for cheering me up. I'm alright, now I'm with you. I'm fine and dandy. Alright, last but not least, it's Kanan. Finally reached the escape pod. I'm gonna pray that this escape pod doesn't turn into my casket. I mean, how tacky. The barometric pressure is changing so quickly. What's happening? It can't be. We're not falling. It's just the opposite of that. Ship's engineers are sending the Heimlich Gaza to the heavens. No, we're ascending a sea of stars. At this rate, well... Kanan, it's me, Ashley. The altitude of the Heimlich Gaza is rising rapidly, but don't give up. We can't be finished off now. Not like this. And hear your heart's voice, too. You're right. Can't end. I can hear it too. Mixed with the heart's voice and the howl of the demon. Don't worry. I'm the one who will exorcise it out of you. That's why you need to survive no matter what. Got it? Alright. Everybody is safe. Now it's time to make our daring escape. It's all set. No time left. We have to hurry or else. Oh, here you are, you scoundrel. Vinsfield. I want an answer. Why not die along with your ideals? Why do you persist in living? I have a place to return home to and people to return to as well. I have someone special waiting for me too. Fought to bring back the daily life we all once enjoyed. Say daily life? How absurd. You'd shred our ideals just for that? In my 19 years, I've found nothing else worth risking my life. Here we go. It's just the two of us. It's not over. I can't let it be over. It's over. The ideals of Odessa, the desire for world domination, your madness too. Ashley Winchester, only you. Yeah, about that. I've been saving a few mini carrots just for this. I'm finishing this fight as quickly as possible. Before he gets to his nastier abilities, I'd like to have some form of defense. Because he still has access to all of his abilities. God help you if you had no healing items, because there's no other way to heal for Ashley. He's just focusing on attacking, which I'm fine with. Totally fine with. Makes it easier for me. Really? That's all you want to do? Makes it easier for me. You created this monster, Vinsfield. This monster's gonna put you down. See if I can finish him off with a banisher. Void effect. I had no buffs or anything, so good luck with that. Go to hell, Vinsfield! I'm finished. Never even imagined it. The end of Visit Me is something that was never supposed to happen. That's alright. If you want to end the party, I'll give you an end of life. What do you have up your sleeve? I'm finished, but you're finished too. And Filgaya's finished as well. Nuke. Are you planning to launch a strategic nuclear weapon you stole from Gilgalad? That's right. That's exactly right. Everything will come to an end with my end. The party must end. What a sore loser. Here it comes. There goes the nuke. It's been launched. Where it will drop, nobody knows. What did you do, Vinsfield? You didn't. It's a nuclear weapon. Landing pad. It's our trump card. The gross sign. It was launched before completion, so there's no way to predict when the nuke will fall on Filgaia. 1 week later or a month later, a nuclear blaze could blow. It could come tomorrow. Live in fear. There's nothing you can do but live under the threat of ruin. Lilka, Brad, Tim, Kanan. Let's all save our Filgai from nuclear weapons. Please, get there in time. Come on, escape pod. Filgai needs the arms, so we must. Whoa! It's the burial of an era. Everything will be buried all by Vinsfield's hands. Empathite, please tell Marina I'm sorry. I won't be able to keep my promise. It's so unfortunate. What are you doing with Marina? Are those shooting stars? Wishing upon a star is so silly. Come on, tell me what you wish for. If you wish for too much, the star won't make it come true. I didn't wish for much. Just that everyone makes it through the fighting safely. Well, I'm sure the star that can handle a wish like that. We'll talk about landing with impact. Jeez. All of us promised we would return home together. Why is there always one person who breaks their promise? And now, we're on to a different reality. We're down to the realm of terror, because there's a nuke slowly gaining power and getting ready to drop at any time now. I mean, what a hell of a way to end this one. I mean, eventually all this is going to come crashing down. Too, while we're at it, I mean. If you want to fight a super boss, the spirit of Vinsfield, he's going to be in the wreckage of the Heimdall Gazo, and he is no joke. There he is. Stuck in a bubble. What's keeping him alive? Who knows? I mean, I know, but... Save the story up to here? Yes. Because I don't know how this whole disc switching is going to work here. Fill Gaia subspace. Alright. Let's see how this goes. Please insert disc 2. Give me a second. Yeah, I'm going to have to just... I'm just going to have to load from just booting up disk 2. So, that's fine. If I have to... I'm going to see if I could just copy the save file over... You know, I wouldn't have to do this if the... if my Elgato wanted to work. So, there's that. Okay, load, load, load. Is the save file there? If not, I'm gonna have to tinker around. Yeah. Alright, so. So I'm gonna have to go into the files here. Okay. I kind of expected something like this. I wonder. Um, Give me a second. Settings. Okay, I'm looking for very specific commands here. All right, let's try this instead. Start file, games. Let's try it this way. See, they're going to be under swapping the disk while on disk 1 or trying to forcibly swap the memory card onto disk 2, which is good to know for when I go into Xenogears. Unless PlayStation TV wants to work with me. PlayStation TV wants to work with me, I don't have to do much at all. Okay, never mind. Alright, this is not good. I wonder if I could be sneaky. Okay, let's go to documents. I am going to try and see if I can copy, paste, rename. Let me just do a little bit of renaming and let's see how that works. because I don't really want to stop here for the night, but if I can't get the file to load, then there is no point. Once I see the page, I'll know for sure it worked. This is where I mess up and accidentally reloaded disc 1. There we are! Learn more about that wolf later. King just casually slaying dragons. Gotta love it. And we know this is the Sword Magus. So what role will she play? The world's going crazy right now. Hey, we don't have a body yet, so you shouldn't be worried. Here again today, too. I wonder if I could reach Ashley from here. Don't worry, you will. However far away someone is, the strength of your feelings will draw them closer. You're strong for believing such a thing, Altetia. There's someone you're missing? Maybe I can't believe, but I want to desperately. Even when we're close, he feels far away. Is this doing any good? You can hear me somehow, can't you? Come back to me soon, Ashley. Meanwhile, in between time and space... I'm alive! Where am I? This isn't Filgaia. It's not a rational deduction, but I'm certain this isn't Filgaia. Where am I? That's right. This isn't the world you were in before. Aren't you? That's right. It's not the first time we meet. When I got the sword and the light, it's the same feeling of protection I got when the Heimdall exploded. I'm certain of it. That sensation was the same as the vibrations I get from you now. Please tell me, who are you? Anastasia. In your era, I guess the Sword Magus is the name most well known. So you're the Sword Magus. I always hoped we'd have a chance to talk, Ashley Winchester. I've always been watching you. You've been watching me. Always. There were moments when you were a bit pathetic, but then you do something very bold and brave. And completely stupid. But with her, with Marina, you weren't terribly brave or forthcoming. Marina is actually... well, you're blushing. How sweet. Makes a sister want to take you in her arms and take care of you. What, you're not mad, are you? Sorry, I didn't mean to hassle you. No, I'm not mad. But it's, unexpected. The image I had of the sword magus was, well, a little different. That's so selfish. So you think it's okay to just force your will on everyone? What? Disappointed? Well, this is the real me. Even your older sister thinks about guys sometimes. Before I was a sword magus, I was just a little girl called Anastasia. I can't help it. Yeah. Want to go home? Do you want to go to Filgaia, the world where Marina is waiting for you? Just as I suspected, this isn't Filgaia. If the world of the living is this side and the world of the dead is the other side, then this is the interval, the boundary between both places. Welcome to the world where Anastasia is. She's in the lands between. Where memories from when I lived in Filgaia remain. It's a ruin of memories. I might be able to make contact with Filgaia from here. If you can imagine Filgaia intensely, then... Memory Maze. This is Lucide, the Guardian of Desire. Guardian Lucide was, if I recall... Right, the Guardian's in the mind of the former ruler. Is the mind of the former ruler. There's no reason it'd be accompanied by a body, but this one is flesh and blood. And it's enough strength to maintain a body. And with that power, they've always protected me. The Guardian Blade and the Guardian of Desire, Lucide. This is the power that will support the Sword Magus. From here on, the space is created from my memory. Memories are matter from the past. Everything is from the conscious world. Existence equals reality. Huh? If you go, you'll understand. What happened here will be remembered as reality by my memory time axis. So, think about Lucide. Lucide is the Guardian of Desire. The Guardian of Desire is a very lonely spirit. It will only accompany those who's essentially a loner. When he was in the first game, there was a mercenary that you would fight every now and then. He would always be accompanied by Lucide because that's who he was. So this is Anastasia. She has the Guardian Blade. She has her nice abilities. Very nice abilities. And this is where we're going to be for a little bit. Just a little bit. Not too long. And then we're going to have like one or two puzzles that are absolutely despicable. Not puzzles, but dungeons. One dungeon is absolutely insane. Hi! Them girls have always heard somewhere. What is it? Who are you? It's dangerous here. It's in your best interest to leave as soon as possible. No, this one is the same as us. They've taken on the burden to fight. Oh, so you're a friend of Anastasia. Bit narrow-minded, I'd say. Are they really reliable? Guess they'll be okay, as long as you don't hold Anastasia back. So this is how Marival learned about us. That kid is a friend who fought alongside me in another time. Through my memory, you have experienced the past. This isn't a dream. As proof, the chance meeting was perceived in the past as reality itself. Let's see what we got. The battle about to be introduced is the Blades of Disaster. Yeah. It's not just a story, it's a battle that actually happened. The sad sensation. It's not the first time I felt this. It's a part of that other me, isn't it? That's right. That's it, right? I sacrificed myself to trap the Blaze of Disaster. That which within you is Lord Blazer, the blazing demon who once tried to consume the world. My powers. The cursed powers of destruction, the Blaze of Disaster itself. But the power itself is neither good nor evil. It depends on the will of the power's user. Right now, the power within you may just be necessary for my beloved Filgaia. Let's go before it's too late. There. There we go. Boom! Normally there would be fights in here, game. I mean, I'm fine with having no encounters at the moment, but still. Good try hiding. You're not holding a stage back, are you? Come on. I'm not going to use your power with a sword magus and Crimson Noble in me, Blazers. This person's power is Lord Blazer himself. What? What did you say just now? Inside this person, in his interior space, dwells the Lord Blazer. Then you seek revenge on someone from Filgaia? Get away from Anastasia right now! This person is the future Lord Blazer, not the one of our time. He's not an enemy, please understand. If Anastasia says so, then... I mean, you don't get to be a Crimson Noble, you know, just to be trusted. God damn it. I can't believe I did that. Alright. Sword attack with the power of friends. Restores all damage. That, I can't even do that. Damage all enemies, slash enemy a high speed dash. Like, get some really nice abilities. It's too bad you don't get to be with these guys for long enough. I mean, but it's also a good thing because this area is just not... I mean, it is necessary for plot development, but it's not necessary, it's not necessarily needed to be long. Swarm Barrier. Over the second. You good? Or is there more? Alright. Still got a few multi-blasts left in me. Not bad. I mean, you get a decent amount of experience for the area. I mean, I was grinding on guys that were rare, and they gave me like 2,500 if I was lucky, so... Yep. Alright, let's see what we got here. I don't know why I was able to hold the Guardian Blade in my hands. I was just an ordinary girl who until then believed Sword Train was dumb. Never had a sword. When in reality you fought and beat Lord Blazer. I went all out. But it wasn't because I wanted to win. It was because I didn't want to lose the people I loved. Besides, I personally hate death. I really didn't want to die. Well, that disqualifies you as a magus. Rather than worrying about the world, I was thinking of myself and my family. Those thoughts might be similar to mine. There are no special qualifications necessary to get the sword. Because I have the blood of the Valeria family doesn't make me a hero. So yeah, Vinsfield and Kanan there, they're both of the Valeria family. Was anyone else in my family able to get a hold of the sword? There's no significance in the blood of the Valeria family. Just now you said, my family. Said there's no significance that I'm a blood relative of the Valeria family. And yet you have two that are doing everything because they think that the blood of descended from the Sword Magus meant something. And look, it's Vinsfield without a crutch. Try as he might, he cannot pull the sword. And then he tries to use magic to force the sword to awaken, and the sword rejected him outright. Why? Why do you reject me? I'm a true descendant of the Sword Magus. I'm a Valeria. And that's when he was in crutches. Whoa. Just another dream about that time. Why do I have to keep having these nightmares over and over again? Irving, is something wrong, Irving? Irving, I heard a noise. Is anything wrong? I heard a loud voice. Irving? See, he tried very hard to become the hero. And, well, he paid the price. He failed. I don't understand. Why does everyone obsess about heroes? Heroes are merely sacrifices made to confront absolute danger. Sacrificial offering. Marina said the same thing. Yep. Yeah. Heroes aren't exactly... Can I just needed to angle it correctly. Thank you for that. Gotta find you again. Lucide must fight alone. Okay, I mean, oh, whatever. You want to go after the Guardian Desire? Go right ahead. Not gonna win. Maybe you are. You guys actually do damage, but then again, my guys have no personal skills here. all the time we get to see these attacks, so might as well look at them while we can. Wonder if he's still poisoned for all this. Yep. Not exactly going to keep them poisoned, so... Yep. My whole family was burnt to death because of him. I'm alone, all alone. Even though I am alone, I plan to protect Filgaia. I too am someone who likes Filgaia very much. You're not alone. Let's fight together. Damn it. Something dropped somewhere. Go. How you doing, Lucide? Yeah. You use some healing, but we don't have that much further left to go. What's different about me is that I didn't give in to the despair. Despair? Right, everyone feels it with the Blades of Disaster. Even though Lord Blazer killed all hope, I never lost the desire to live. I mean, I still wanted to eat lots of good food and have fun with my friends. I didn't want to let go of life so easily. That's what was special. I think my power was from desire. I don't really remember my first encounter with Lucide. Eventually, he was always by my side, but soon he became a presence I couldn't do without. That's Lucide for you. Long time ago, he told me that it was my willpower that gave Lucide his power. Think desire is simply the power of the will to live? Power is neither good nor bad. Never deny it just because it's full of desire. What saved Filgaia from the Blades of Disaster was desire. You know, she just wanted to live a normal life, but she got stuck with this duty. Truth is, what I have been told all along and what I imagine is not the total truth. I am. The Sword Magus is not a hero only by convenience. She is a sacrificial offering into this era. Her decorated body is a good camouflage. If that's not done, those who survive cannot feel good about the sacrifice. That's what it means to obtain excessive power. This is applicable to you now, too. And yet you still want to go back to Filgaia? Yes. You say that with no hesitation. I give up. Okay, you win. Okay, I'll go. Soon my memory will be interrupted. Here we go. By memory, she means, you know, just the fabric of her reality. Nothing like being caught in a space-time vortex. Anastasia risked her life to trap Lord Blazer. Trapped, that's all. He was not destroyed. He was just trapped behind the event horizon. Our powers aren't strong enough to destroy him now. If not today, maybe tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then another day. Tomorrow we will be stronger than we were yesterday, so... What has been trapped will one day be released. Let's fight together, that's what you said. Can your word be trusted? Of course. Then it's a promise. When Lord Blazer's powers once again begin to destroy Filgaia, we will fight together to destroy and vanquish him from Filgaia completely. I'm so relieved to hear that. The lives of the immortal Crimson Nobles are eternal. Until you and I meet again, I will have to take a break. That's how she found us. Be sure my guys are fully healed, or at least as healed as they're going to be, because I do believe we got a boss fight coming up. My memory goes no further. It becomes a world of emptiness. But if you imagine, with all your powers in the Fulgaia your wish to return to, the road will appear. Fulgaia will return to the world I'm in. It's very faint, but there's no mistaking it. It's the empathy pattern from Ashley's communicator. Can you calculate its position? It's hard to say. The signal's so faint we ordinarily wouldn't even receive it. It will take time. Also, with Fulgaia the state it's in, please do your best. We'll gather the arms members now. Understood. Well, I will try to. That's all we know at the moment. In other words, Ashley might still be alive. Yes. Don't mean to ruin the mood. But the signal is so faint we can't locate the source. How will we conduct a rescue? You're correct. We don't have an exact point yet. But we do know the general area. We have no other choice. This is the Sword Cathedral. The coordinates are correct, but the axes are wrong. It could be connected to a parallel universe. But how? If the axes are wrong, we need a link from this side. Do you know how to do that, Lilka? I think so. I hear Scylla has a magical artifact for generating a space-time gate. Do you mean the Millennium Puzzle? So you'll do it? But, Lilka, we need your magic. Only a crest sorceress can control the gate, and we have only you. Alright. The rescue operation will be commenced today at 1400. We're going to rescue Ashley. What are our chances of success? So low I don't want to tell you. The number, but not 0. It's that low. Even if the chances were 1, that still wouldn't be 0. That is the distance between 0 and the number you are thinking of. I mean, I'm trying to learn ability at 2%, so, you know. Worse has happened. Don't worry about it. The important thing is don't give up. Yes, you're correct. Thank you. I hate this puzzle. Here we go. Millennium Puzzle, open the gate. Start the Millennium Puzzle with the switch blocks. It's about 1500 MPZ to Ashley's salvage point. If all 5 switch blocks respond, you can tune the coordinates. Link the other world, start the large switch block and the big generator. Once you're done tuning, the puzzle space will lose its structure and become unstable. That's why there are only a few chances to start the generator. A few minutes, a few seconds, everything's up to me. I've got to get together and must trust my magic powers. This sucks. Like, seriously. Fuck this puzzle. Alright, here we go. Excuse me? There we go. Gonna want to get to the other side here. They're not even in sync. I know a fix to that. Perfect. Boom. Ah, crap. Left or right, left or right. Let's go left. Alright, that's one. Okay, I gotta type this in. So. Okay, so we got B1. Gonna have to go and check the other one, too, while we're here. So that's the first one. Okay, that did that one. Let's try this again. Okay. I want to go to the top one. It's gonna be a little tight, but I can work with it. There we go. And where do you take me to? You take me to this place. And you take me to here, which looks to be a dead end. Gotcha. Alright, let's try the other crystal. I won't be able to do anything. Crap. I really should be doing the battles. I only get one shot at these monsters. Actually, what am I doing? What am I doing? Get in. Get in here. Still need Kanan to learn her ability. Damn it. Got my tank, my damage dealer, and the healer. Ow! Yeah, that hurt. Alright, we're done with this fight. I hope her luck didn't change down to worst or something crazy like that. I'd like for her luck to go up. What's your luck? Normal. Okay, it's at least normal. Ooh, Tim's gonna level up. Okay, so. Let's try this again. This time we'll go to that other crystal. Because I have to know. Otherwise, we're just gonna get lost here forever. Oops. Go. Because that's how they get you. Multiple paths. Oh no. Give me one of those. Alright, we are on green. Purple. Okay, that's opening up that side. That moves me over there. This moves me over here. And is there any reason why I would want to go over here? At the moment, I don't have a reason. Unless it was to break that. Now, I can still go through this path and jump down to the green area just to see where that takes me. Okay. So this will take me to this crystal instead of the one over there. Which, purple... There we go. So this is green side. Alright, this leads us to 1, so yellow 4. Yellow 4. Still gotta go to that other side, you never know. Hey! Makes it easy for me to get back to this spot. Yep, just making sure I check every nook and cranny. Just gotta, you know, grind it out. Don't want to get lost here. Not like last time. So I've got two switch boxes done. Got 3 more to go. Part of me wants to jump down on that purple. Wouldn't know where to go from there. Alright, so now let's just go to this one. Okay. So that would take me here, which leads to nothing. Good to know. Good to know. That was the trap. That was the trap. No, I gotta go through all that again. Well, fine. Kinda sucks, but, well, here we go. Well, at least I know I'm done with this. Just gotta angle it right. Well, at least I know I'm completely done with one spot. Don't ever have to go through this door again. Which is good. Alright, now we'll go through this one. Yeah, moving blocks. Gotta love it. Just take your time with it. Oh my god. So now we get to focus on which square we need to get to. And I screw that up. Okay. So do I want to go to the one up top or the one below me? I really don't know. But while we're fighting, we might as well get Tim. Not Tim, but Kanan to learn new abilities. And sadly, I wish it was smooth sailing from here on out, but there's one more bad dungeon. Then after that, it's smooth sailing. I mean, wouldn't that just be a headbutt there? Like, it's a giant hand, and it's, you know, hitting us like that. That'd just be a headbutt instead of a punch. Oh well. We're just gonna play that game. You know, will we get the thing we need? Alright, let's go to the bottommost one first. Yeah, let's do this one. Okay. Okay, this is looking good, as far as I can tell. Green 3, gotcha. Green 3. Alright, now let's go and do the other one. See which one that is. Worst comes to worst, you know, I fight more battles. Or worst comes to worst, I get what do you call it? I find the save point. Okay, I'm in this area. Let me guess, where does this lead? This leads to this one, which... So that leads to the diagonal one. Okay. So what does this one lead to? Leads to the save point. Definitely want to save. I mean, the enemies, unless they spam their large AoEs, they're not that dangerous to us. Ah! So blue 1, yellow 4, green 3. Blue 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And whatever this is going to be. Oh, you jerks. Fine. Normally, it'd be like, oh, you got the combination, and then it'll stop automatically. Now, they're gonna have to make me solve it. Fine. I'll go and find the last number somewhere. It's in one of these. Let's go to this one. Okay, this is the above of the previous area we saw. These are the only enemies that are here, apparently. No, there's one more enemy type. Just can't find them. Got plenty of opportunities here, Kanan. Love my great value dried apricots. Good stuff. No added sugar. So it's really nice. Let's get the natural sweetness. Ooh, what did I just get? A spoon! Huh. Well, it's a dead end. Maybe this way. Nah. I'm gonna have to figure this one out again. Let's do that. Makes it so much easier. No! Yep. Red 3. Gotcha. I think with that, we're done with the Millennium Puzzle. We just gotta get to the centerpiece and solve it. Yep. That's 4 out of 5. Alright, didn't take too long. Thank God. One, yellow 4. Was it blue 2? Am I the one going crazy? Definitely red 3. Alright. Red herring? Maybe? I tried. There was one opportunity wasted. Yep. There we go. Okay. There was the last guy. All you, Kanan. That hurt. That hurt like hell. Oh my god. This thing is a beast. Hey Tim, not really out healing this. But we got it on the cards, so don't have to worry about these guys not showing up on the list. Okay, this led to nowhere. That led to nowhere. Interesting. What did I do wrong? Okay, this bridged the gaps together a little bit. Yeah, I definitely got one of the numbers wrong. I just don't remember which one I got wrong. Oh, this could wipe the party if I'm not careful. That's the one I don't need them to spam. That just does way too much damage. We're just gonna play the game to Tim keep up with the healing for a while. Thank you! Now if I want to get the final ability, I have a 1 in 96 chance to get the final ability. They gotta spam that one. So good luck with that. She needs 90 horsepower. 90 horsepower to activate it. I mean, it's insane. But thankfully we got it. If I get the final ability, I get the final ability. If I don't, I don't. That's what I was afraid of. Yeah, just do normal attacks for a little bit. Go after anyone other than Kanan. Kanan can't take magic hits. But like I said, the damage output went from like 800 to 1700, so that is a nice noticeable difference. At least while I'm grinding, I'm doing out damage to bosses. There we go. Fully healed and happy. Okay. Just got a few people that need to get to level 35. We're actually in a good position here. Okay. All that's left is to figure this out. Blue is definitely one. Now we're saving just so I don't have to get Phalanx again. God help us. Don't have a Gatling that uses that ability yet, but I will in time, and that's a massive damage increase. So, blue is definitely 1. Yellow is definitely 4. Red was definitely 3. Damn it. I did not mean to do that. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Oh, thank you. Just had green messed up, that's all. Alright, can I say good riddance to this place? Spent way too long here. There we go. There's the big generator box. Alright, Lilica, you got this. If we can move this, the gate will open. Lilica? There's no time. Start immediately. Yes. It's impossible for me to do this after all. It's just like that other time. Time. Let's retreat for the time being. It's alright. Next time we'll do better. Hey, thanks. I'm fine. It's easy. It's not that easy. The guy should be at the end of the tunnel, but there are no road markers en route. Regardless, I must go there. I have to go back home. Is that? Is the glittering light of the empatite? It's a light that cares greatly for you. I'm going to venture forward relying on that light. Let's go together. No, this is the world where I belong. The other world is a place where I no longer can be, so... Really? But I must go. I don't want to be left alone in a place like this. Never wanted to hold the sword. I was afraid to fight. I never wanted to be called a holy woman. I didn't want to die. That's right, I didn't want to die. But I had no choice. In order to save all I loved, I had to fight. I loved talking about just nothing with my friends. I was happy just being able to spend time with my mother and father. I even had someone I liked. But only by my giving up everything was I able to save the world. I didn't know how to put it into words, but I knew. I had to die to become a hero. I wouldn't have been able to get rid of the blaze of disaster. Everyone wanted it. They wanted me to die. I'm not going to go back to Filgaia to become a hero. Then why are you going? My motives aren't that different from yours. I've got things important to me, too. To protect what's important rather than become a hero as a sacrifice, I'll find another way. I'm sure you'll find another way. Please, find a way. And stop the suffering of the Valeria. I'll be okay now, even if I am alone. Thanks for everything, Lucide. Now I need you to lend your strength to him. Please stop the suffering of the Valeria family. Yeah, that's the true reason. Anastasia, her heart just wasn't in it. How could she defeat, the enemy when she knew that she wouldn't be able to continue her life? Everyone else took her for granted. My feelings are strong and pure enough they'll reach you. If you hear me, please answer, Ashley. The light, the warmth, the smell, so soothing. It's like he's right here. Start here again. Oh yeah, you haven't started yet. Then you'll be okay. Everyone's here. I'm gonna do my best because you're here to help fight too. Yep. Alright. We did it. He's rescued. Hey, no sleeping on the job. Wake up. Code 618. Not so early in the morning. Assemble all members immediately. If they're asleep, slap them awake. Somebody's been found. The empatite pulse from the communicator is strengthening. We have finished transmitting all our countries. There's a temporary freeze on all use of empatite. There will be no interference signals now. Like 0.764 points until empatite pulse reaches critical level. If we receive a signal over that level, we can locate its source and bring the rescue. Chief. Is it true? That Ashley's coming back? You've got to come back with something evil. It had to be this way. I and no one else will hunt you. Quickly! I have to tell them now. Oh, she gone. And where does he go first? He goes home first. He knows what's important in life at this point. At the beginning of the game, he wanted glory, but now he's late. Said he'd be right back, but he's late without calling again. I'll listen to any excuse, Ashley. Even after making all those promises, he's still like this. Where were you until now? What in the world were you doing? Always. Always. Don't be silent, say something. Yes, but it's different. It's not what I wanted to ask you. What I really wanted to know is... Right now? Yes, welcome home. Oh, here you are. Hey, listen. Ashley is... I already know. Came here to tell Marina. Were you crying? Why are you looking like that? Ashley's coming home. Aren't you happy? Of course I'm happy. How could I not be happy? I'm happy. Happy. Very happy. And just a little lonely. Alright. Looks like everyone's here. Thanks to each and every one of your arms members, we are all safely together again. Truly done well. With the destruction of Odessa and the rescue of Ashley, our strategy against Odessa is over. Thus, I have a new mission for ARMS to complete. Oh yes, Irving. What happened with Fulgai when I was gone? What is the significance of this? The situation's actually just as bad while you were lost. I think it's been happening slowly for a long time now without us realizing it. For a long time? Yes, I think so. While we were concentrating solely on Odessa, Fulgai has been slowly eaten away. The symptoms were first seen in the change of life forms. First, normal plants and animals started decreasing. The monsters began to take over. This has never happened until now. At first, we thought the decreased normal plants and animals came with the increase of monsters. But we don't know where the monster plants are coming from. That's the big question. Do we blindly assume it was work of Odessa? But, as Vinsfield said, the increased monster does not seem to be the work of Odessa. I doubt he would have had lied under those conditions, which means that a terrible disaster is descending on Fulgai. It began with a sighting from the Astronomical Observatory in Silhay. So we gotta go back there and talk to them, I guess. Fulgai's deterioration wasn't limited to just the ecosystem. Look at this. It's not looking good. Early on, once a small stain fell in the sky and instantly eroded the earth. The ocean lost its glimmer, the land, and its vitality, and eventually... the sky was swallowed. Holy shit, look what's going on. This phenomena of Fulgaia no longer being Fulgaia. We call this the stain paradigm. The principles of what makes Fulgaia have been altered. And at this rate, everything will be stained. Everything will eventually we too will be devoured. Next mission is to investigate and stop Fulgaia's stain paradigm. Yeah, the world's gone to shit, to say the least. The situation seems stable for now, but who knows what's next. For the sky to have been devoured. This follows what the chief ambassador of the village told of his dream. Maybe it meant this. Yes, I think you're right. Maybe a guardian would have sensed something of the scale concerning all Fulgai. Alright, Then let's go to Vascar Village. Maybe we'll find a clue. Irving, I heard from Anastasia in the Between World that you're a descendant of the Sword Magus. I didn't mean to hide it, I just never had time to bring it up. One more thing. The other self inside of me is Lord Blazer, the demon called the Blaze of Disaster. A descendant of the Magus and the embodiment of the Blaze of Disaster. In other words, we are enemies. You're honest about it, at least. You're probably right. Maybe I should get out of arms. I don't want to end up hurting anybody with this power. Right now, we need all the firepower we can muster. And even Lord Blazer's power can help the guy. I expect you to use it so. Also what? You took me on for just such an emergency, right? Mm-hmm. You may be possessed by the Blaze of Disaster, but I am a descendant of the Sword Magus. I will not be shy about exercising that demon if I must. Don't forget it. We're here to help. Don't try to do everything yourself. Depending on your friends is a good idea in battle, you know. May not be that strong, but as one we can do anything. Let us fight together, Ashley. Everyone. You don't need to worry about Lord Blazer lurking within. I too will look into it myself. I hear the ruins called the Grotto of Lords, which holds records of the wars. Maybe we should visit. Good. You will meet with the people of Baskar and also gather information at Lord's. I will leave the order of operations up to you, but we need that information. Alright, we have a lot of things we could... Okay, maybe not a lot of things we could do, but... Oh, let's see here. I've got... Just buy everything. Just max out. I've got the money. There's... I could cure any status ailment at this point in time. Alright, first up, we're going to Baskar. I went to the wrong place yet again. We need a new flying ship, that's for sure. And now we get to see the world in all of its degraded glory. Okay, Baskar, you're up here. Yep, new songs. The sky is truly being gnawed away. The Dreamseer's vision has finally come to pass. I will explain from the beginning. The Dreamseers have the knowledge and training to receive and recognize the Guardian's will. But messages from the Guardians come only in fragments and are often difficult to interpret. It's extremely rare for a message so concrete to be bestowed by the Guardians. The danger to the Fulgai must be truly great to warrant such a vision. Well, what are the Guardians trying to tell us? Unfortunately, that is all we know. Or will ever know from the Guardians, for the Dreamseer can only wait for dreams. And since the power of the Guardians is also the power of all Fulgaia, Fulgai being away means the power of the Guardians will be diminished. Excuse me. Can I help out, maybe? Could I receive the will of the Guardians with the power that I have? It might indeed be possible for Tim to channel the will of the Guardians. I'll do anything I can. We would need to go to the sealed sanctuary of the Guardians. The sealed sanctuary would have enough of the Guardians' power left in it. The sealed sanctuary of the Guardians, what is it? It is called the sacrificial altar. Well, wait a second, you keep bringing up sacrifices. Hold on. I'm going. I can't believe it. Now Tim is talking that way too? Don't worry. I don't want to go there to be sacrificed either. All I want to do there is ask the Guardians what is happening to Fulgaia. Makes me worried for some reason. I was scared at first. At first I wanted not to be a pillar so much I couldn't think of anything else. It's different now though. It's hard to say why, but I have a reason. But now I have a reason for dying. Now there's a reason for me to fight. I don't want to run away anymore. I want to help. I think that means he's started to find himself, but there's something I don't get. You see, I am me, but there's no myself to me. So if there were a medium, an information matrix, then I could change into anything. I am only me, Puka, because there is no myself. Tim has begun to find himself since he met me. I'm envious of that. I would like to find myself too, but maybe with everyone's help I'll be able to. I have to try. Found out about the sealed sanctuary, the sacrificial altar. Many things said about its precise location, though. You have better ask people yourselves. We'll be with you the whole way, Tim. We will protect you. Thanks, but I'm not scared anymore. Let's go. Alright, guess you gotta do the good old, talk to the village people and get the directions. Finally accept your destiny on the sacrificial altar. It's hard not to give up all hope when you look up and see the sky being eaten away. The Urartu Mountains are considered holy. They contain the sanctuary of the Guardians. But the Guardians' power was sealed by the blaze of disaster and the sanctuary desecrated. Give me a sacrificial altar that awaits the pillar. Yes, but give me a location, game. The sky is being gnawed away. I had no idea how literally true that could be. Our village is very prosperous. Not much to be gained here. That's why we're depending on you. Yeah, well, I already bought out everything. Sacrificial altar was built in the steep mountains, yes. Away from the eyes of the world. Okay. There. Those who control the hearts of men, the Guardian Lords, the avatars of the Guardian Lord, wait for the arrival of the pillar. Yes. Keep saying the mountains, but you're not giving me a direction. The sky is the same as the one I saw in my dream vision. The Guardian has shown what the future holds more clear than any dream you ever could. It's always good. It's always a good sign when you're getting clear messages from dreams. Not really, but it's true. It's true. Did I really say go to the sacrificial altar? Think we can save a guy without a pillar? What should I do? What should I do? I don't believe. No, you don't want to talk? Oh. Give me a direction, please. The last vision of the dream become reality. The guy's about to be covered. The place for a pillar is in the front of the sacrificial altar. Time has come for the pillar to save the world, the sacrificial altar in the mountains. Yes. You didn't tell me where the mountains are. Normally, I get like this little highlighted thing like, hey, the mountains are southeast of here, or something like that. Maybe the village chief, after I talk to everybody. Maybe you. The sky makes me think of the end of the world. If a pillar doesn't support it, maybe it will fall. Well, you've been a bundle of help. Yes, where Tim will free the power of the Guardian power called the Evan, the Avatar guy. This is the cruel fate to which Tim was born. Okay. You guys have all been a bundle of joy, so. And the bit rate's crashing again. Oh! Yeah, it's crashing again. Good time to save and see what's going on. Nope, nope, nope. Stabilizing? Maybe? So hard to tell if it's stabilizing or not. I heard the Grotto Lord's near Silhay, but I'm not sure about it. Grotto Lords is probably over here. Of course, in order for me to get there, I need to have the... Sorry. I need to have the hovercraft over here. So I need to land this thing. Here we are. Get off. Alright, now can I actually go to other places? Island Outpost. Do you have something for Lilica just yet? Please tell me you do. There's also something going on over there. Yes, I delivered it. Alright, fine. I don't know why, but it does not want to give you the extend ability just yet. Is it going to have to be after the Grotto Lords? Alright, so teleport orb. I need it to be at... Need it to be on the outside, so... Hamlet's do it. Nah, we'll just do it from Gilgalad. Gilgalad, and then... teleport it, we go, and then we'll deal with it from there. Alright, so... honestly, I just need to go this way. I'll eventually reach it. Yeah, the water looks terrible. Everything is getting eaten away. Everybody go after Cain. Come on, you can do it. I mean, going after Tim is fine. You know, give me my force power shift, so... Oh, bitrate, why are you going down like this? Might just have to end the stream early just because of this. Just watching this thing go to nothing. Just one more dungeon game. Come on, hold off just for, come on, bitrate. Just hold off for one more dungeon. Come on. Other side. Don't know why it wants to do this. Come on. Quit skipping. Alright, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go grab a drink and see if this is going to stabilize anytime. So, let's give it a chance. Alright, there it goes. It's stabilized. What do you know? Alright. Let's go. This can only be opened by Kanan because she is a descendant of the Sword Magus. Retinal pattern match found. Welcome, you with the Magus blood. This is where your sleeping memories will wake. So we're going to find a lot of things that are very useful to Kanan here. Hope you like wire hooks. We've got more wire hook puzzles. And a switch that we can't get to. Or can we? Yeah, we got the rad blades. Rad blades are for Kanan to use. Once used, you cannot change the direction or stop until you make contact with something. It allows us to traverse hazard terrains without taking damage. Boom. There we go. Door opened. Let's go back to that save point. Save while you can. Seeing, okay, yeah. There's a lot of doors. Gives us a scope of how big this dungeon is. It's got quite a bit to it. This is a beefy dungeon. This is... Hey, where are you going? Mother has to work now, so she said so go somewhere else to play, she said. There's nothing up ahead. Turn around now. When I got home, my mother was there with some man I didn't know. My house. There's no place for me. That's impossible. You are... Aisha. Kanan, what is this? I'm sorry. It'll work next time. It'll be fine. We're getting into her memories of a child. She's been alone for a good chunk of her life. Yeah, I was hoping for a little bit more challenge than that. I thought this was going to be a deeper dungeon, but not. Guess not. Mother! Aisha, you must listen now. Regardless of the kind of life you're living, we have the blood of the Sword Magus. No matter how difficult life gets, forget not the blood of the Sword Magus. Descended from the Sword Magus and related to the Valerias, the Bernadettes are having hard times. If I could provide proof of the blood in me, I could live the life of nobility. I don't want to know the memory of the self I threw away. If I have the blood of the Sword Magus in me, then awaken that memory. Kanan? Don't worry. I will awaken the memories regarding Lord Blazer. Be careful you don't get killed by me then. Yeah. She's lived a life of poverty even though she is the blood of a noble. Ah, you tricky bastard. at someone just for that. For a Mega Berry, yes. That is useful. Just want to go over there. Yep. Ooh, how much damage did that do? 200. Yeah, the traps are just getting stronger in terms of damage. Not really good. They were killed. They were killed, right? And I survived? If I exorcise the monsters, I can become a hero. If I become a hero, fitting the blood of the sword mag is flowing in me. Can't see out of my right eye. Parts of my body won't move, but I can manage with an artificial arm and leg. God, I'll get reborn to a body that knows no pain. My body and my name, I'll throw away my old self. That's right. This is me. I won't deny it. It's a fact. But the sword magus blood in my body is a fact, too. Reawaken memories of the sword magus. It's okay. No problem. It's been awakened in me, the memory of the sword magus. Gaina is awakened from her blood memories of the sword magus, which were of the guardian blade in the hands of the goddess. From the future rulers, the guardian's body was born in the sword. The sword is a type of spirit response weapon that changes the user's will to the battle strength. The oppressive power consumes the user's spirit, so one with a strong spirit is chosen. Anastasia applied the guardian blade for the strongest of human will's desire. Are you really alright? Once capacity for memory simply was overloaded with information. Hey, thanks. Sorry to have worried you. So, essentially, Kingdom's mother was seeing different men just to get a better life going, and basically abandoned her daughter. And then they got attacked by monsters where she barely survived herself. And, well, she took the rest of her body and became a cyborg. I mean, she is one of the more badass characters in the entire series. Definitely one of the best. Could use a new weapon for Kanan, though. That would be nice. Crest, big berries. Another big berry. What about you? Lucky card. Hey, I can use that for another boss. Like, okay, how are you going to get over there? Got any bright ideas? And I go, yes I do. From an earlier dungeon. Gain awakened blood from the blood memories. Okay. Was about far distant past when Fogawa was burned by the blaze of disaster, Lord Blazer. The demon, Lord Blazer, applies in scorching hellfire by thought, takes in all the wrath, sorrow, negative feelings of people, and grows fat as a curse called God. Each time the hellfire is waved, 100 wraths and 1,000 sorrows are born, surpassing a new threshold. Those possessing flesh and blood consume flesh and blood to become into being. Those who consume emotions, in other words hearts, take shape that way. They destroy beings of similar substance. Physical forms taken by spirit and forms of similar substance also needs to be cut by the spirit's blade. Guardian Blade could destroy Lord Blazer because both were beings of similar substance. Ashley. Concealed in you and controlled by you is Lord Blazer. By living with Lord Blazer, you're able to take on the Guardian Blade, which all depend on your spirit, in other words, heart. Heart. I can't feel it. It's not all clear. It's only a vague sensation. Yes. But the equilibrium could collapse any time and lapse into an uncontrollable situation. The power to save the world, the power to destroy the world. Either way, you're on a tightrope between two overwhelming powers. Don't ever forget this. We have the power to create, the power to destroy. Only a few more to go. Such a peaceful dungeon, not very many attacks. Alright, let's see what we got. Voidras. Yeah, I was hoping they'd go and attack her some more. Beautiful, just enough. There's one other character that's going to be extra grindy, but we haven't gotten her yet. Still debating whether or not to bring her along. Because that's an extra boss battle I would have to fight. Grab all this. Big berry. Any carrot. Come on. Can't you just give me, like, new equipment for her? She really needs it. At least give me a knife. Thank you. Like, she is trailing behind everybody else in weaponry. Supposed to be a living weapon, and she just does not have... Okay, this is the big one. Let's see what she can learn. I wonder if it's a veto from the Bernadette side. The suspicions have finally been cleared. I'm now confident that the blood of the Sword Magus flows within me. Please, a little more. I'd rid this body if I could die a hero. Okay. The blaze of disaster, Lord Blazer will burn the world. The reason Anastasia couldn't completely destroy Lord Blazer, ironically, is due to the humans from the world that one was to protect. Out of here. Negative feelings will end the world of humans. No matter how much Anastasia brandished the power of her spirit, with only one person's heart in the face of Lord Blazer's rebirth, it was a wasted effort. As a last resort, Anastasia, in exchange for her life, trapped Lord Blazer behind the event horizon to protect Filgaia. As long as negative feelings continue, the chains that bind could be released and Lord Blazer could revive, leading to a future of uncertainty. The one who could say it was certainly is Ashley. Lord Blazer, hidden within you, has attempted a revival by trying to break the chains that bind. Bleeding from the event horizon and hiding in your body was his first step towards resurrection. Lord Blazer's in my body? Do you have any symptoms? That instant we were caught in the Heimdall Gauzo explosion. Something snapped violently inside me, if that's it. There we go. We can now make use of phalanx and the Inner Gatling level 3. So, yeah, the real reason Anastasia couldn't defeat Lord Blazer was she was the only one who had her heart in it, and even then, it's not enough. You need more. So we're done here. Yeah, we're done with the Grotto of Lords. Now we need to actually comb the... We're not combing the desert. We just need to figure out which mountains we need to go to. Actually, just teleport to the Valeria Chateau. I need to see what mountains I can actually visit. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, I can't go anywhere to the center area just yet. Let's see here. Any place that's kind of hiding. Talking about mountains. Yeah, there's no hidden area there. Okay, there's nothing hidden over here. Sucks having to search for a place. Okay, so there's something over here. Okay, this can be accessed via the inside. Gotcha. So now we just gotta go back to no, this is the outside. Gotcha. Gilgalad it is. Okay. Get off. We're going to teleport to Gilgalad, and I think that's going to be it for today. I've got a massive headache. I can't seem to shake. We're just gonna save and be done with this for tonight. We'll see if we continue this on tomorrow. How's everybody looking? Yeah, they'll be fine. Let's go and save. Be done with it for now. There we go. Alright. And we're done for tonight. So, I'd like to thank you all for coming. Until next time, Faramir, Signing out.